Welcome to the Freedom Chronicles.
Definitely an antisocial type.
Only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger.
Hi, perhaps you recognize me. It's your favorite president.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
We got a loudspeaker here, and when we go into battle, we play music very loud.
With a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Freedom Chronicles. I'm your host, Mike Imbasciani. Thank you for joining us. With us, as always, as you can see right here on my right, your left on the screen, Mr. Ken Lovejoy.
Usually start out with a close-up.
I know. Well, let's cut to the close-up.
My nipples went down. It's a little chilly out.
It is a little chilly. Let's cut. There we are. Hello, folks. Thank you for joining us. We are, of course, broadcasting from the Brian Chapman State Farm bunker right here in Southwest Florida. And like a good neighbor, Brian Chapman State Farm is there for all of the insurance needs that you have for your very own bunker. Give his office a call at 941-625-9998 or visit the office at 2040 Tamiami Trail in Port Charlotte. Now, we have a lot to talk about.
Do we?
Hunter Biden didn't show up to his subpoena.
Oh, yeah,
hearing.
but the pussy gave a little lame.
I know.
Oh, feel sorry for me.
Feel
sorry
yes.
for me.
I know, yes. And some other things.
You want to do a full
Yes.
hog to spit my gum out? Be
Oh,
a good
yes.
boy.
Yes.
I'm a good boy.
Are you, though?
I don't know.
No, we're not sure. Anyway, but there is some news that we want to get to first before we dive into the news, and that is we just heard J6 political prisoner who we've had on the show. We've had his wife, Jennifer, on the show. David Morshell.
Yeah.
He made it onto the Gateway Pundit here, so
Awesome.
getting a little more mainstream attention. And he has an update. He, of course, was sentenced to 3 years, unfortunately, due to his involvement with the Oath Keepers during January 6th. He shouldn't have gotten any time. He shouldn't have gotten arrested in the first place because he's just there.
It was all a setup.
It was all a setup, just trying to help.
From your communist government.
Yes, that is true. But we do have an update. So David Morshell, of course, a little background, and we highly recommend folks go check out the previous episodes in which we interviewed his attorney, Scott Weinberg, and as well as David himself, over the phone with his wife, Jennifer, in the studio with us, because he is local to Southwest Florida here.
Just up the street.
Just up the street. David Morshell has devoted his life to serving others. He pursued a career in the medical field as a neuroscientist doing research to help children with traumatic brain injuries. And he received a Master of Divinity so that he and his wife could do missionary work helping people all over the world. And that's all he felt like he was trying to do on January 6th. He got the call, was told, you get to work alongside Secret Service, which of course was a lie that he was told. But he just wanted to help people and be a medic for people. And his family shared with the Gateway Pundit that, quote, David Morshell is a highly specialized medical worker and a trained crisis chaplain. And on January 6, 2021, he climbed the steps towards the Capitol in the infamous stack in response to a call for help from the other Oath Keeper medic. The medic reported that he had treated numerous people for injuries requiring hospitalization. The group of Oath Keepers was reassigned from security because they had the event taking place with all the speakers, and they were basically just ushering people from one point to another point, one stage area to another for the speeches. And David was called to go help with the medical response. So David was to assist the medic while the other non-medical members were to create a perimeter around the working medics to protect them from the rioters. As David arrived at the top of the stairs, the doors to the Capitol were closed. A dense crowd had assembled, and he was looking for the injured. Before long, a cheer went up, and he didn't know why until people began yelling, push, push. The Capitol doors were opened from the inside. Some say inside job, as we believe it is.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah, especially as all these tapes get
at this point,
released.
I'm serious.
Exactly.
These lying pieces of human excrement in
Yes.
the regime are past the point of being able to make any, other than the diehard liberals. Nobody believes that this was an insurrection at all. An insurrection involves lots of ammo and guns and a lot more bloodshed. This was the only people that were killed were protesters.
Yes. Ashley Babbitt and the woman who got trampled.
Yeah, the Capitol Police,
Rosanna Boyland.
pieces of garbage. They don't represent any law enforcement that I know.
No.
I mean, real law enforcement.
Yes.
These guys are just thugs, and they deserve all the pain that's coming to them.
So for his 11 minutes total in the Capitol, David Morshell has suffered immensely. He was found guilty of 4 serious crimes, even though he never committed any act of violence and never shouted, never celebrated being in the Capitol. In fact, he left as soon as he could. In there for 11 minutes, didn't touch anything, didn't take anything. He never even thought of committing the crimes for which they managed to find him guilty. And in June of this year, David was sentenced to 3 years in prison, and the DOJ wanted 10.
But he got lucky.
He did. He got the least amount of sentencing as any
Thanks
of the
to his
Oath
wonderful
Keepers.
lawyer,
Scott Weinberg,
friend of the show.
Yes, very good friend of the show. So David actually wrote to the Gateway Pundit here and shared his story of what he's been up to. He said, quote, "It pains me that I cannot provide for my wife and children. I worked full-time in September for 23 cents an hour, and he just mailed his entire paycheck for $16.72. It's very sad to see this. It won't make the slightest difference, but it is everything. I am grateful for those who have helped my wife and children. People have bought groceries, helped around the house, prayed, and given. God has been merciful through their help, and the Lord knows we need it. It is painful not to be able to have my children. When they came for a visit recently, they were so excited to see me. They were climbing on me, hugging and kissing me. I was in heaven until the officer took me aside and threatened to get me in big trouble for letting them do that."
Now, I thought he got house arrest.
No, he was on house arrest until he got sentenced. He's serving his sentence, I believe, up in Georgia. But
fucking assholes.
Yes. Anyway, he continues that the officer threatened there, and he said he ended up sending his family home right after that for the fear that the officer would punish him. And it just came out, Owen Schroyer of InfoWars, who just got released, is saying that these guards in these facilities,
not all of them, but a lot of
them are horrible people and putting them through horrible things. And he ends this by saying, "Pray for us. Pray God would set me free even today. Share this message on social media, forward it to your friends, and add us to your church's prayer list. If prayer isn't your thing, click the link and give and help his wife and kids." And
Owen, I don't know if you saw Owen, but he was mentioning how it's the guards are being told to do this,
of course,
to him.
Yeah.
And some of them off the record explain that to him. Said, "Look, man, this ain't me.
Yeah.
I got to do this."
But they're still doing it, aren't they?
They're still doing it.
They're still doing it, which is the
it.
just following orders mentality.
Yeah, only following the orders.
Yeah. And so, folks, this is Christmas time. This is the holiday season. And if anything, now is the time where you look, if you can give to certain people to help them, these are the kind of people that you can help and legitimately help because it goes right to them. In the link, in the description down below, we have a link that you can help the Morshells and the family. I mean, beautiful 3 little kids. They're so sweet. And Jennifer's fantastic. And it's always the nicest people that have to go through this sort of torment, and it's sad to see. And folks, that's why if you have some time and the ability to do so this holiday season, give to David's Give, Send, Go. There's a link down in the description that you can do so, because these are the type of people that you want to help out.
Indeed.
And other good news with January 6th is the Supreme Court will hear the Fisher versus United States lawsuit questioning the unconstitutional charges used by the Biden regime, DOJ. It's not Department of Justice, it's really the Department of Tyranny, to abuse and punish the January 6th protesters. And it involves 3 J6 defendants: Jake Lang, who they've reported extensively on the Gateway Pundit, Garrett Miller, who pleaded guilty to 11 other charges, criminal charges, and was sentenced in February, and Joseph Fisher, who, like Lang, continues to await trial. And that's the thing that is so ridiculous, too, is so many of these people haven't even gotten their speedy trial yet. But it was DC Drano that had this news about this as well, where he said, "This is huge. SCOTUS granted to look into the Fisher versus U.S., which challenges the DOJ's use of felony charge obstruction of an official proceeding used to convict hundreds of these J6 political prisoners. The statute was intended to be used against people destroying documents. The DOJ weaponized it to unconstitutionally lengthen sentences of J6ers who walked through the U.S. Capitol. If overturned by SCOTUS, it would be a historic. Yeah, it is a big if. Even though it's
at
a
this
huge
point, sadly,
if.
It's a giant coin toss.
Yeah, huge if. But it would be a historic humiliation of the worm and Biden, which, again, it is a huge if, but we hope at least it is going to that court. So we'll see.
Yeah, hope so. Mm-hmm. You never know.
You never know.
Never know.
You never know.
At this point, you just don't, because look how corrupt the DOJ is.
Yeah.
And SCOTUS has obviously been compromised, particularly Roberts. He's a rat bastard. So, again, wish in one hand, shit in the other, and see which one gets filled first.
Yes, happy thoughts, Ken. Happy thoughts. Speaking of happy thoughts, the other thing, I just saw the Dinesh D'Souza movie Police State the other day.
Oh, did you? How was it?
It was very good. I highly recommend, if you are also looking for that Christmas gift for that movie lover in your life. The movie lover in your life. Get Police State. It was a very good movie. Everybody should watch it. And
see what you're living.
See where you're living and
see
how good Argentina looks right now.
Oh man, I love Milei.
Who doesn't love Milei?
I mean,
we love Milei.
First day, he takes 21 ministries,
cuts it down to 9. Love it. Love it. And just to show you how evil these people really are, did you notice the outgoing VP was
flipping
off all the people that were cheering Milei?
They're just disgusting human beings.
Evil scumbags, all of them. Remember, folks, everything discussed in the show is strictly our opinion and should be taken.
Well, yeah, but it's pretty obvious they're evil scumbags.
Yes.
I mean, it's our opinion, but it's also the reality of what's going on.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, the guy can't lose with any sort of aplomb or dignity. He's got to flip them off. It just shows you the left. They are what Milei says they are. They're scum. Yes. And if you give them, you never capitulate to them, as our
You don't give them an inch.
Always do. You never give them an inch, because they'll take that inch and use it to kill you.
Yes.
Milei was right about that.
Yes.
And look at the left here in America. That you give them an inch, the Republicans capitulate to them, and what do? They use every opportunity to cut our throats with it.
Yes.
And it's leading to what you're gonna see next year. This past year hasn't been great, and next year is going to be really ugly, because they're getting desperate, because they're losing the culture war. They're losing the message. They can never win the argument, because they don't have a good argument. So they try to shut down your free speech. You're going to be seeing more of that. You're going to see them again. Their desire to control everything is their reaction to the fear that they're feeling, because they're losing and they know it. So the coming year is going to be, just be prepared.
Do be prepared. Exactly.
Ammo up.
And be prepared this holiday season, because what does the FBI and DHS warn you about? Oh,
speaking of pieces of shit.
They're warning about the potential. Yeah, they're the real threat to your democracy. Watch Police State, and you'll understand that as well. Nick Searcy was in it too, from Justified.
Love Nick Searcy.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
follow him on X.
Yeah, good stuff. But the Federal Bureau of Investigation there is warning about the potential for the lone actor violence.
Gee.
At protests and holiday-related public gatherings.
You mean the guys that they've been following around?
Yes.
And that they all know about.
That they're all giving
but
the
never
the
do
stuff
anything
to.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Egg him on a little more. He's almost ready.
Almost.
And then when he gets caught and he does it and people are dead, the FBI, we missed him by that much.
He was on our radar. Anyway, the December 12th, which was yesterday at the time of this podcast, public service announcement said, quote, ongoing tensions related to the conflict between Israel and Hamas likely heighten the threat of lone actor violence targeting large public gatherings throughout the winter, including holiday-related, faith-based New Year's Eve and First Amendment protected events related to the conflict.
Oh, now they love protecting the First Amendment?
Yeah,
what is
right.
that?
Mm-hmm. Quote, although this announcement is not in response to any specific plotting activity.
Because there's a whole shitload of them.
These targets likely remain attractive to lone actors, inspired by a range of ideologies. You mean like those crazy Catholics,
Those crazy,
right?
yes, those crazy,
those crazy
or those
white Catholics,
white middle-aged right wingers.
yeah. These targets likely remain active or attractive to loan, the range of ideologies due to their accessibility and symbolic nature. Yes.
God, these guys just suck so bad.
I know. But what are they trying to do? They're also trying to get people
gaslighting us.
They're
yes.
gaslighting us, but
they're
also
trying to instill us with fear
to
when
not
we
do
don't
those
give
events.
a shit anymore.
Yeah, to not do those events.
Yeah, we're gonna go anyway.
We're gonna do
because
them.
we don't care anymore.
No, exactly. Of course, did you
when
hear?
You've lost the will, when you've lost the will of the people to be governed by you, what do you think anything you say is going to mean to them? Nothing. Zero.
Government. You mean nothing.
They've lost the will of the people.
We don't like you. You don't like us. So it's mutual.
It is.
Yes. But you have
and
heard
we outnumber you.
Yes, remember that.
That's putting the fear in them even more.
Oh yeah, exactly. You heard about the updated nativity? Have you heard about the updated nativity? Let's talk about Christmas. Let's talk about the updated nativity. Let's roll that clip.
Missed that one. What's that?
First, ethnically accurate Jesus goes right here next to Father Mary and Mother Josephine, followed closely by the three genderless wise people on their bird scooters, Tig Notaro for some reason, and of course the little drummer them, because God forbid we call a boy a boy.
God forbid we call a boy, the little drummer them.
Them.
You have to. I mean, I know that's an older clip.
They, them.
Anyway, yes, but watch Police State. It really sums it up. I am back. I'm really
on you. Eh?
Yeah, it did. It was very good. One of those real optimistic movies. But it was good.
Feel-good movie for the holiday season.
Good movie for the holiday season, exactly. Oh yeah, but no. In real news here, as of today, little Hunter. We have our picture of Hunter
Look
Biden.
at that head, boy. He's gonna start needing plugs.
I know he's
gonna
be called Plugs Jr. But Hunter was supposed to
crack induced.
Oh yeah, Hunter was supposed to show up for his interview there at the Capitol. I'm sure he's not used to showing up to interviews.
Did you hear any of that?
No,
I was listening to it.
I didn't really care.
Clay and Buck were playing it, and I'm listening to this while I was eating a taco.
Wow, and you kept it down. Huh?
I was able to keep it down.
That's good. But no, Hunter Biden, he did arrive in D.C. and gave a press conference on Capitol Hill where he revealed he will only answer questions under his own rules, despite a congressional subpoena.
He doesn't. Well, look at him. The reason he's doing this is because Daddy's president and Daddy has pardon power.
Yes. So the congressional Republicans subpoenaed Hunter for a closed-door deposition related to his influence peddling.
Under oath.
Yes, under oath. And he said he will only testify at a public hearing. Quote, "My father was not financially involved in my business." Lies! Anyway, of course, now House Oversight Chairman James Comer on Wednesday today announced that the GOP lawmakers will initiate a contempt of Congress proceeding after Hunter Biden brazenly
But again, what has that
the
done? That
subpoena.
really hasn't done. I mean,
nothing.
Eric the Coward Holder.
Yes.
Bannon. Nobody wants. Who cares?
No.
But they should press him on this.
They should
force Joe.
Yes.
To pardon his piece of crap.
Well,
son.
we also have this clip where asked at a different time whether or not the Justice Department should prosecute those who defy any committee subpoenas. This was in reference to January 6th. Joe Biden had this to say. Let's roll that tape.
Talking to you so much today, you're not going to want to talk to me anymore.
What's your message to people who defy congressional subpoenas on the January 6th committee?
I hope that the committee goes after them and holds them accountable.
Should they be prosecuted by the
I
Justice
do,
Department?
yes.
Do you support term limits for the Supreme Court?
No.
Term limits for the Supreme Court? No. But you notice, they should definitely prosecute them.
Prosecute them.
Okay, if rules are rules, if that's what you truly believe there, Joe. Of course, they don't truly believe that when they'd rather just
rules
have
for thee, not for me.
Right. And that's why we just have Joe and Hunter hanging out at the beach together, both in their thongs and
look, you know,
diapers.
and any other time in history, these guys would have, Joe would have resigned in disgrace. There's so much hard and circumstantial evidence that just lends credence to the charges that Joe was the master, maybe not the mastermind, but he was the key person in this whole money grubbing, bribery
that was
scheme.
The thing. I mean,
pay for play.
They're trying to say, oh well, Hunter was the influence peddler, and it was all him. Well, who's Hunter Biden?
Whose influence was he peddling? His father,
Joe's son.
Yes.
So that's the influence.
The whole family was involved. The checks are there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say it was a loan because there's no loan documentation at all. Mm-hmm. There's no interest. It might whether it's a personal loan or not. You can't just say it was a personal loan.
Right.
Well, where did the money come from to make the personal loan?
Yeah.
And where did the money come for Joe to pay back the personal loan?
Right.
It's a bunch of BS. They're grifters. They're corrupt. They were using the name Joe Biden to peddle their influence because all these other countries thought, hey, we got an in with Joe Biden, we can get what we want in foreign deals. And that's exactly what happened. It's kind of hard to deny it, but they are. And that the GOP sits around with their thumbs up their asses time and time again and refuse to do anything about it.
Yeah.
The GOP also allows the political persecution of President Trump. Time and time again, they've had the opportunity to end this. Congress has the purse strings. We allegedly have a majority in the House.
Allegedly.
We could end this, but they don't because they're all in on it.
Yeah.
They're all corrupt. And sorry, but that's just the way it is. Out of 535, you got a handful in the GOP that are worth a crap. The rest of them are nothing but the uniparty, and they need to be destroyed.
Yes. You're seeing it time and time and time again.
Yes.
And that's why picture number 3, what are we living in? We're living in the Banana Republic.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, is that the FBI?
We're being swatted. You really should lock that door.
I know.
Make them kick it in to give us a little bit of notice.
I know, exactly. That eagle right there, that's ironwood. That's heavy. That can be,
Oh, I'll just reach in the bag.
Yeah, true.
Good to go for that.
Pez dispensers
6
for everyone. Anyway, so some good news. We have picture number 18, please. I saw this. I like this new.
Oh yeah, love that
cartoonist
one. That's
here.
A good one.
You and your little business are going down. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Who's back? Alex Jones is back. And let me tell you,
I'm as tired as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Did you watch the Tucker episode?
I did.
Wasn't that great?
It was fantastic.
Awesome. It gives you a whole new, because there was a lot of people out there who I've caught Alex Jones. It wasn't until probably the last year that I started actually watching him. And, because InfoWars is still up. He's still on the air and on several radio stations across the nation. And but you watch the Tucker Carlson interview, you see that all this guy was doing was reading all of the reports and plans
that the left throws out themselves.
World Economic Forum was putting out there.
All the New World Order stuff, all the you'll eat bugs, you'll own nothing, and you'll be happy. That's all their own writings and all that they themselves
been
are saying.
What they're going to do to us for years. Yeah. He's been reading it and reporting on it, and then this whole Sandy Hook crap. He didn't say what everybody thinks he said, and I'll be the first after Sandy Hook, even before Alex Jones. I noticed there was a lot of shady crap in the aftermath of the Sandy Hook shooting, particularly trying to make everybody think that he was using the Bushmaster and killing him with an AR. That wasn't the case at all. The AR, I've still got the audio clip with Matt Lauer on the Today Show. And I forget who the guy, he used to work with the Bush administration, reporting it from Sandy Hook, telling us that the AR was found in the trunk of the car.
And he was using pistols.
He used 4 handguns to kill him. And then the crisis actors, afterwards, there's the one guy supposedly was a father or a spokesperson for it. He's going up there. They show him laughing and joking with the cops and everything up there. And then when he's getting ready to go on camera, it's like he takes a moment to get into character and, wipe the tear from his eye. So there's a lot of shady crap surrounding the Sandy Hook. And that's all Alex Jones was pointing out, rightfully so. It was his opinion. He's sued for $1 billion because of his opinion, because he hurt the feelings of some Sandy Hook parents. And I don't know, just too much shady crap in that regard. So I think he got railroaded in that regard. And when you look back at everything, there's several videos you can watch of all of the predictions that he's made since the early 90s.
Well, that was the first
right
thing
on the money.
That was the first thing that Tucker showed, was all
That's
the
right,
predictions that Alex Jones has gotten right. And so Elon did the right thing, and he reinstated InfoWars and Alex Jones back on X. And that's why, folks, we want to inspire you with a little Alex Jones. Somebody photoshopped him wearing this big old suit of armor. But enjoy this little video of Alex Jones and celebrate that he is back on X.
They're going to take your children's soul. Are you going to keep bowing down to these people? Everything they do is poison. Everything they do is designed to destroy you. And you got to decide, I'm not owned by the devil. I'm not owned by the New World Order. It's a pack of criminals, and everybody knows it. And that's why the enemy hates me so much. That's why they hate you so much, because they know we're real. They know we love God. They know we tell the truth. When it comes to serving evil, we don't do it. And we stand against it. What matters is your freedom. What matters is your integrity. What matters is who you are, and that you're not for sale. Ever. And I don't know how this is going to end. But if you want to fight, you better believe you got one.
I love the guy.
We love it. We love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Because he's right.
Yeah. You want to fight? You got one.
Took a lot of people a long time to see how right he is.
Turn the frickin' frogs gay.
True.
Which was true.
True. True. That's another one.
Yeah. But you see, you could have the one way where you go, well, scientifically, it is being proven that because due to certain chemicals that are being put in the water in certain areas, certain frogs that were subject to those chemicals, it was found out that they were becoming asexual, some becoming women and getting eggs themselves.
You mean like the left?
Yes, that
becoming
too.
Women, or
you could
establishment Republicans,
or you could be Alex Jones and get the point across a little better, where you go, they're putting chemicals in the water that are turning the frickin' frogs gay, which has a bigger impact.
It does have a bigger
impact. And folks, that's why we should go to a music break right now. And if you're enjoying this show, please let us know. I hate to say I told you so, but you couldn't watch this episode on YouTube last week because
we knew that was coming.
Yes, we knew that was coming. It got taken down.
Once you start talking the clot shot, boom, you're
gone. So that's why you should watch this show on Rumble. And if you're not watching the show on Rumble, then join us on Rumble. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, hopefully you are, take it over to Rumble. Subscribe to the Rumble channel. We greatly appreciate all the love and support we're getting from you on Rumble and all the other streaming platforms, BitChute, Brighteon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you're only listening to this on Apple Podcasts, you're missing the lovely glow of Lovejoy's dome. And you could see that for yourself.
You can also tell it hadn't been a lot of sunshine lately down here in Florida.
No, it's been quite gloomy. But that's okay. We need it. I like the chillier weather.
I do too.
It's been very nice.
Yes. My electric bill likes it too.
Yeah. And also, you can help support the show by joining the Locals community, just like you see on your screen right there. Use that QR code or use the link down in the description. Or if you are watching this on Rumble and you have hit that subscribe button, right next to that is a little red button that says join. You can hit that and join us in the Locals community. We post special exclusive videos, bottom of the stack videos of stories that we don't get to during the regular show. Lovejoy is a little more unleashed, which is always fun. And if we see some fun videos, I try to post them on there as well, especially Mason's sermons from our IHOP Sunday services, which has been very good. So you can check that out all on the Locals community, just $5 a month, and you can use promo code FreedomCow and you get 1 month free. You can also support the show and get either for yourself or for any friends or family members for this Christmas a wonderful shirt just like that. You can get loud locally with Freedom Cow. We also have the fantastic JFK quotes, if not us who, if not now when, and watch Police State, folks. He should have done it. I will splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces and scatter it into the winds.
You shouldn't have said that where they could hear.
Right.
You might be alive.
Which was everywhere. And then, of course, the Reagan one, as well as the mug shot heard around the world and war. So get your shirt today. Use the link down in the description or use that QR code right there. Check out the Freedom Chronicles shop. Be a conversation starter and go get a Trump shirt for one of your best friends who you know hates Trump. Come on, it'll be fun. And
or get it for your liberal friend just to piss him off.
Exactly. Exactly. So enjoy this. Also follow us on X. I try to share a lot on there, and you can kind of see where some of the episodes might be going before we get to record the episodes, because I share I repost a lot of stuff. It's a lot of fun. So follow us on X at Freedom Chron Pod. Enjoy this video of my band, Mike Imbasciani and his Blues Rockers, playing Blue Collar Jane. There you go, a little Blue Collar Jane.
Song.
Right? It's so much fun.
Who does that originally?
The Stripes with a Y. They're from England.
Oh.
From England.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, just fabulous.
Blue Collar Jane.
Blue Collared Jane. Yes. That will bring us to our Patriot and Traitor of the Week. Ken. Let's go to a one shot of Ken. Let's see what that looks like, and we'll get his thoughts.
Do you really want to do that?
There
Far away is probably the best.
There you go. You can Zoom in a little bit on him, Ben. Let's get that real fireside chat look going, as Ken can give us.
If you can hear my voice, you are the resistance.
So, Ken, who is your patriot of the week?
Owen Schroyer.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Very good. This guy, again, talk about somebody who didn't do anything wrong at all and was railroaded for it and got sent to jail, came out. What we're hearing from him on his experience in prison, it's eye-opening. It's not anything really that we haven't heard that has happened to any other of the J6ers, but again, it's eye-opening. It gives you good insight into the corruption of the prison industry, the prison industrial complex that we have in this nation now.
How corrupt these people are. All over the place.
How evil these people are, and how necessary prison reform is now. Yeah. And Trump was working on that.
Yes,
too.
He was.
It's another thing that
he hooked up with really Kanye.
Good. Yeah.
And Kim Kardashian.
So, yes, Owen Schroyer, God bless you. I'm glad that you're out, and I just pray that everything keeps going well for you, and they don't try and railroad you again, because, God knows, we're all on the list now.
Oh, yeah. Police state made that certain. For mine, I could go 3 different ways. But
no, you don't want to be like Bridget and Christian Ziegler.
Hey-oh. That's true. So because I want to talk about the other 2 things separately, I want to give it to Vivek.
Yeah,
because the main debates are over, but I give mine to Vivek Ramaswamy.
There's no H in there.
I know.
I love that
for creating a meme. He knew it. He understands. See, Vivek, he understands the internet.
Yeah.
So he held up that white pad with Nikki equals corrupt.
Which is true.
It is true. Knowing
that there was going to be a variety of different memes.
Knowing that it could be a meme.
Yep.
Tim Pool posted it, the blank slate on the pad, and said, "Internet, do your thing." And they did not disappoint.
No, there's been several.
And we all know Vivek isn't going to get the nomination.
No, but
Vivek has been that Trump-like figure at the debates.
He's setting himself up for the future, and if he can maintain consistency in his policy positions and his conservative attitude, he's got a bright future.
And he was the perfect one to be in that position to destroy everybody else. And
easily.
He didn't have to destroy DeSantis, because he kind of did that to himself, with especially with picture number 23 here. This is, I believe, every small child. I certainly have recollections of that in my mind.
That poor son of a bitch. I'm serious, man. Talk about a guy who just did not read the room correctly.
No. And dude, it is uncomfortable sometimes.
It is,
speaking from
I
a
like
lectern.
The guy, and he's a
no. I'm saying
him.
I know he is uncomfortable. I'm saying it is uncomfortable, like speaking at a lectern.
Yes, it can be.
Hold on to it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Hold it. You
look comfortable.
Don't put
Send
your
a body
arms
language and
by
hey,
your
I'm
side.
just one of you guys.
Right.
Instead,
he looks like that. Mom, I flew up. Like,
I mean, Scott. Jeez.
And then he has Casey, his wife, going out saying,
Karen,
everybody.
You mean Karen?
Yeah,
Karen DeSantis?
Yeah. Everybody, take a bus ride into Iowa and be part of the solution. You can't do that. You're not supposed to do that.
She crapped all over it and then tries to walk it back.
Yeah.
And then all of the internet influencers that they've hired tried to walk it back, and it's like, no, sorry, she deliberately called for voter fraud.
Yes,
she should have known it. Martha McCallum was sitting right there like a bump on the log, didn't even flinch.
Neither
Ron
did
didn't even flinch.
And DeSantis is a lawyer.
Well, but it's my wife. I can't say anything. I just gotta let her go, man. I can't say anything. She's gonna beat me.
She's
later.
an idiot, and the walls are closing in on DeSantis. With Sununu going for Nikki.
Oh, I know. Well, and that's why Vivek is my patriot because he went after Nikki Haley the way everybody should have, and everybody was ganging up on her. I mean, picture number 12 will do this. If this doesn't sum it up perfectly for all of the debates. And then, of course, at least that's the one thing they all could agree on. Picture number 11, it was a united front. Nikki Haley sucks. And Trump supporters, DeSantis supporters, and Vivek supporters all certainly understand that. So that's why
the only one sticking up for it was White Lizzo.
Yeah. And we all know how we feel about him.
Yes.
He sucks. Mm-hmm. So, Ken, who is your traitor of the week?
Jack-off Smith.
Oh, yeah.
And we're finding out more about him, about his corruption in Kosovo. I mean, the guy is just a total fruitball.
Kosovo.
1, he's a pizza face. 2, he's a psycho. And 3, he's corrupt as hell. And so is the judge involved in both these cases, the one in Georgia and the one in New York. Yeah. So, you know, I've got whatever I long to read of the pain that son of a bitch is going through, because he deserves every single ounce of pain. I hope he lives a long, long life and experiences massive pain every single day of it. He deserves nothing less. Other than that, I've got no
thoughts on the matter.
I'm sure is he even married? Does this thing even have a wife? I would be surprised if it does.
True.
But, you know.
Very true. Actually, and speaking of the debate, before I give you my traitor, we have this video. This about sums up the debate as well. Let's roll this clip.
Run.
That's why we applaud Vivek for doing the dirty work. He went into the ring and just the authoritarian Karen stood no chance.
And, you know, when you compare, of course, I don't, we'd have to see it happen now, but I've done it myself. Happened once to me, what just happened to Vivek, peeing with a wireless mic on and not remembering.
Not hitting that good old mute button.
Happened to me at Comedy for a Cause. I was merely praised for the power of my prostate. But Vivek, you know, he did it.
Vivek
he rolled
took it in
with
stride.
He rolled with it. He laughed about it.
Exactly.
And
can you? That's what I said yesterday. Can you imagine if that had happened to DeSantis?
Oh my God!
Oh, it's like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's not true. Can you imagine? Oh man,
it's just
Vivek
but again,
you know,
stuff like that happens.
Yeah,
and and also, as Laura Loomer pointed out, he washed his hands very thoroughly.
Very good. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I think it was ABCDs. One of the other.
I don't know. Whatever. So my traitor of the week. Now all of this. If you look, let's put our little tinfoil hats on for a moment.
We should have some.
We should. That would be fun. We should do that. Yeah. Drop a comment down below if you think we should have our little tinfoil hats going.
We'll make them. We'll make them right here on the show.
On the show.
And then we'll wear them.
Yes. We're not even sponsored by.
Like a little sailboat.
Was it Reynolds Wrap? Reynolds Wrap. We're not even sponsored by Reynolds Wrap.
We'll use the
Walmart
off-brand.
Yeah, off-brand. Screw Reynolds Wrap.
But you got to go with a heavy gauge.
Yeah, you got because you don't want it on the dome.
It'll last longer.
You can't have it break.
If you got thin tin foil, it's the signal.
Then the RF signal's going right.
Still goes through.
Right into
the thick. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's put our tinfoil hats on here for a moment and discuss who is the big governor that has backed DeSantis, who was like one of the first ones, the Iowa.
Oh, the governor. Least liked governor out of all 50 governors?
Yes, Kim Reynolds.
Yes.
Even against Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
She ranked below Greasy Gavin.
That's pretty sad.
Maybe it's because she's putting up satanic displays in the...
Well, that's where I'm going with this, because I believe that for a Republican state, Iowa, and there are a lot of Mormons in Iowa too, aren't there? Or is that Utah? That's more Utah. That's nearby. It's close enough.
Yeah, they don't like polygamy in Iowa.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So this was seen in the Iowa state capitol, and it really shows that Iowa is showing their true colors. Picture number 14, please. just take a look at this. The little satanic altar here. I'd say that's kind of a treasonous act when you're supposed to be upholding the Constitution and God.
Didn't she came out with some bullshit statement about free speech? But they're tearing down statues.
Yeah, but allowing that
they're crapping all over Christianity.
Yeah,
the FBI is going after hardcore Catholics, but devout Catholics, and she's allowing a satanic display for Christmas. Really? I mean, I don't care who you are. I don't even care if you're a Democrat president. That crap don't fly.
No, it doesn't.
And that they're allowing it, again, it's just one more strike against our federal government and, in some instances, state government.
Yes. Treasonous. We don't like it. Tyrants. And you know what we say to tyrants? Picture number 10. This is what we say to tyrants. Don't forget.
Yes.
The good old Elon.
Yes. Gotta love that.
Oh, yes. We love it. Speaking of tyrants, let's take a look at Harvard here. Has voted.
The lesbian Urkel.
It's true.
It is.
President, and of course,
the plagiarizing lesbian Urkel.
Yes.
And I really shouldn't say that because Urkel was a smart dude.
I know.
And I don't want to disparage him.
Of course, we have this Babylon Bee. Gay responds to plagiarism accusations by giving inspiring "I have a dream" speech.
Yeah. I mean, she's Carol Swain plagiarized. This gay broad plagiarized a bunch of Carol Swain's work.
Of course, her
in
name
CPs.
is gay too, right?
Not surprising.
This stuff writes itself.
It
folks.
does. And then there was somebody else I just read. Somebody's name, another professor I didn't recognize his name, her name, coming out and saying that her work has also been plagiarized.
Of course,
in Gay's work. She's just, again, a lazy freaking Democrat.
Yeah.
A lazy suck up Democrat who just goes along to get along. She was a diversity hire, and now it's blowing back in their face. She's anti-Semitic. She's racist. Hates whitey. And look at the Harvard board.
And so Harvard backs her up by saying, quote, "Our extensive deliberations affirm our confidence that President Gay is the right leader to help our community heal and to address the very serious societal issues we are
all
facing."
That tells you is that Harvard, for $80,000 a year, is anti-Semitic and they support terrorists.
And they hate you.
And they hate you.
Yes.
They've got several $1 billion in their endowment, so they can survive, but they can't survive long if people quit paying the $80,000 a year to take their shit classes.
Exactly. So don't do it. Don't send your kids there. If your kids are there, transfer them out of there. I'd rather go to, University of Phoenix online.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll learn more.
Go to DeVry.
What was it in Better Call Saul? Remember, it was like the law school of the American Samoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go there. You'll get more education than you get at Harvard. Of course, we have the breaking news. Picture number 22. We have the news of the ousted UPenn president lands a new gig at the Hamas Institute of Technology.
Now I understand. She's no longer president, but did she resign?
No, she's still on the board.
They're
just not president anymore.
Yeah, they just put her in a different position.
Mm-hmm.
So again, these scum universities aren't worth the money, and they need to be constantly ridiculed, mocked, and demeaned.
Yes.
Use Saul Alinsky's rules against these rat bastard, anti-American, anti-freedom suck-ups. They're Marxist scum. They need to be treated the way that they treat us.
And we give them the Elon, picture number 9.
Yes.
Elon. We give them the Elon. Picture number 9. There it is.
There he is.
Thank you. Yes.
Thanks. Yeah.
That's what we say.
Ben's really slow on the uptake.
It's okay. It's all right. We got it.
Do?
It's fine.
Dog's probably barking.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's okay. Anyway, yes. So it's just ridiculousness. And the Taylor Swift psyop continues. Picture number 16. I got to show this one. This is just, it's too funny not to share. Person of the year. She's doing her
But
part.
what's
for
that
her
one you
country.
sent me yesterday or the day before, the magazine rack?
Oh yeah, all the full magazine rack
Because
full
she
of
made
all the
Person
Taylor
of the
Swift.
Year, so it's all
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. But this stupid broad.
She's the useful idiot to get all the other useful idiots to come in and say, vote for Joe Biden. Because Taylor Swift has such great taste in men.
This broad who can't keep a man. Kelsey's days are numbered.
Yeah, oh yeah, they are.
Or if he's got a brain,
Did you see the creepy animated video somebody made of like the joke saying that Travis Kelce told who's the quarterback for Kansas City? Mahomes. Yeah, man, I'm thinking of breaking up with Taylor. And like the crowd of all the Taylor fans goes quiet. It's like, huh? And then Patrick was like, dude, shut up. And they show like one woman talking to the next, going all the way up to the box that Taylor's in. You just hear a shriek.
I smell a hit.
Yeah.
But
and then the get him.
But she Ravi, I forget his name. He's a Middle Eastern comic.
Here
in the States. He throws a fundraiser for Gaza, i.e.
nice.
Hamas.
Right.
Swift goes to it. She, in her Time Magazine article interview, she said that a patriarchal society and capitalism are still keeping women down. From this broad?
Yeah.
From this?
Really?
All she's got to do is break up with a dude and write a song. She's got $1 million in the bank.
How much more money do you need, Taylor?
What sort of a capitalism has really been hard on.
Just think about how much more money she would have if it wasn't for all of the
but just look at this twat. Has she said anything about trannies killing women's sports, destroying women's sports careers?
No, because she doesn't watch
she doesn't say anything about that. Does she say anything about Hamas raping and beheading little children and women? No, doesn't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah, where are the feminists
just
with that?
Freaking useful idiot. She's just a stupid broad, and people are going to start waking up to that, and I can't wait for the backlash to hit her. But there's a lot of stupid women out there these days who are just going to suck it up and still follow her. Well, sucks to be you.
Yes.
And
try gaining some of your own opinions and not following.
Really. Why would you
Swift.
listen? Like I said before, there's lots of musicians I love.
Yeah.
And she deserves credit. She's a very talented
nice voice,
songwriter.
very
she's
talented.
got a good and she's got a brilliant career and the numbers to back it up.
Why you gotta be so
But I would
mean?
never take political advice from this broad.
No.
I would never take political advice from Bon Scott, one of my favorites.
What about Bruce
growing
Springsteen? What are your thoughts on Bruce Springsteen, Ken?
The best live show I have ever seen. I have to say. I saw him in summer of '81. And the best live show I've ever seen, Springsteen and the E Street Band. But again, talk about a douche.
Yeah.
I would never, ever take political advice from this guy.
No.
Keep singing, keep writing songs, but shut the hell up. Like the actresses. Sean Penn, I can't watch anything he's in anymore.
Eric Clapton. We like
Eric Clapton.
his feelings about the jab. We understand where he's coming from. He himself
he
has
suffered.
talked
He was
about
a victim of it.
Yeah, talked about his neuropathy problems that he's having in his fingers and in his arms after getting the jab.
Yes.
But do we like that he comes out and says vote for RFK? No. But I'm still playing his music.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, again. I could still have a conversation because there's so much other stuff we could
that
talk
you can
about.
talk about, right?
That.
It's usually only the liberals who say, "Well, we're not going to talk about that," because they can't handle talking about it and having a civilized and normal conversation.
They lose the argument.
Yes,
they don't have anything. They don't have any facts or any data to back it up with.
Right.
We have tons of facts to refute anything they say. Actually, we've got several 100 million dead based on their ideology, which should shut down the argument right there. And it makes you wonder that they all know this.
Yes.
The knowledge is out there for how bad and what a failure their ideology is.
Yes.
Yet their only excuse is, we've never actually really done socialism.
Yeah. Well, Dinesh's big thing in police state too was the only thing keeping us from a full-on police state is the fact that we have guns.
Yes.
So remember that.
In the EU, you saw Lagarde the other day coming out with
we are going to make this the central digital money, but you will still be able to have the cash for now.
But this digital cashless Soviet Union, that's what the EU has become.
Yes.
If you've been paying any attention at all,
But
the
Ken,
EU is the new Soviet Union.
But Ken, there will be reverse ATMs. You can submit your cash and then get a little card.
No, Sunseeker can blow me. I'm not going to be doing it. I've already made that clear. Until there's no other option, I will never go to an establishment that won't take cash.
Yes.
I just won't do it. I don't, and I don't want to, well, from a business standpoint, fuck your business standpoint. This is America.
Elon, picture number 9. Always have that one ready, Ben. We need that one a lot.
Right there at the ready. Exactly. This is America. You take cash.
Yes, because cash still is currency.
Yes,
last I checked.
And once we go cashless, please let me know what the
black
market currency is going to be.
How much do you think 300 blackouts going to be worth?
I don't know.
Because they're kind of few and far between.
Bullets would probably be but you got to have the gun to shoot it.
Right. That's what I mean.
So
yeah, 9mm.
Yeah.
Hey,
could be liberal scalps. Who knows?
This is going so well.
Think this is going to be on YouTube long?
Nope. So that brings us to a true patriot every day.
Yes.
And that is Mr. Tucker Carlson, who we applaud for leading the charge through and destroying the mainstream media.
Have you dropped your 72?
I have. Have you?
No, I have not.
I have. Yes,
I have 72.
I know. Gee, I wonder why.
Cocaine addiction.
Yeah. Tucker Carlson has launched the Tucker Carlson Network. Yes. The broadcaster announced his launch of the TCN on a Sunday X post, and he's officially been out of Fox News since April, where he said, quote, "Time flies when you're unemployed." And so very excited to see what it's going to have. And he just joined Rumble, too. So he's going to be posting a bunch of interviews on Rumble. So it's very good to see that. We like that a lot.
Because I don't know if you read Sundance, your mom reads Sundance, but if you look at what the nut that X has to crack monetarily, you're looking at like $1 billion a year. And even if he has over, 8 million subscribers at $9 a month, you're $8 a month or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's still not enough to cover the nut. And Sundance believes that yes, Elon is allowing free speech, but at the same time, the deep state is collecting all of our data off of X and seeing what we say and logging what we say, and that eventually X is just going to collapse because it can't afford to be online.
Which fine
anymore.
if Elon
is just there for the controlled descent of X,
which is fine if Elon is there for that and he understands that and did understand that going in. I mean, think about what he wanted X to be. He wants X to be the everything app, right? He's trying to do this Grok thing, AI thing.
I don't like AI.
I don't like AI either, especially with the social media platform.
Because again, AI is nothing but an algorithm programmed by
somebody.
Twink.
Yeah. So
garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah. So I think Elon might understand that he just bought it to see it crumble. I mean, there were jokes about Elon should buy something else just to shut it off. Remember, I forget what they've talked about that with a couple different things, but
I hope he can keep it going. I hope he can find a way to keep it going. I hope he can get investors. I hope that there's some corporations out there who understand what's going on and choose to support and advertise on X. I mean, these big money people that pulled off because they claim he's an anti-Semite, which he isn't. They're the anti-Semites.
Right.
it did hurt X. But I agree with what Elon said. If you think you're going to try and bribe me off, into shutting down free speech.
Well, we know what Elon said. Picture
Yes.
number 9, please.
It's got to be quick.
That one right there. That's what he said. That is what he said right there.
Yes.
So he can't be bought. Fine. Good. And he's not going to be influenced by those people. Good. And just like us, you will not influence us.
Big state of flux. We'll see what happens. Yeah. But what is going to go down is going to go down within the next year.
Oh,
and you're going to start seeing, and people you're going to be put in a position, whether you like it or not, where you're going to be made to care, and you're going to be made to pick a side and take a choice.
Yep.
And you need to pray and pray hard and prepare for what's coming, because they're going to do everything they can to put the fear of Satan into you. And these people are nothing but a bunch of evil Satanists. They're godless people. We just saw the other day, Fauci doesn't need to go to he's 80. He's going to be knocking on heaven's door here hell's door here pretty soon.
Heaven's door. Yeah.
And he says he doesn't need to practice Catholicism anymore. Used to be devout. Why? I think it's because the guilt is starting to eat at him. And when he goes to church, it makes him realize what he's done and the lives that he's destroyed, the people that he's allowed to be murdered through his clot shots. So I think and that's the only really bright. Time waits for no one. Klaus Schwab's over 80. John Kerry's over 80, just turned 80. Fauci's 80. All these people are aging out. Thank God. Let's hope they age out before they actually...
And don't get replaced by young other skulls full of mush.
Well, they
like
are.
AOC.
I mean, Soros, his
son took over and he's allegedly worse. But
yeah. Do you like that AOC?
That was good. Yes. Maybe we'll play that.
Play that.
We'll play that in the bottom of the
stack.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll send it to Ben. We'll play it in the bottom of the stack.
It's good.
And with that amount of optimism, with that amount of optimism, folks, thank you for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the Rumble page. Share it with your friends, because that's how you get the word out, and that's how you spread the freedom. Spread the freedom seeds, and get your Pez dispensers ready. From the bunker. Good night, everybody. We'll see you in locals.
In its hour of maximum danger.
Mike, perhaps you recognize me. It's your favorite president.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution.
Hi, good night, everybody.
Government is the problem.